Hello, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2014. I thought I'd start with a nice epic shot of the garage. Hopefully we won't be in here too long. It's about time for us to move up to our next garage. This is the same car that stuck me last time, and I got some good advice from one of the viewers, and I did what he suggested. He suggested replacing all the calipers. Even though they're in yellow, it says the brake system. The brakes on this car perform a general inspection of the brakes, please. So I did that, and now it's letting me do this, which is total crap, in my opinion, because you never change the caliper unless there's an issue with the caliper. So for it to be 79% and replace it is just money wasted, because clearly the problem isn't with the caliper. So my first big concern about it, secondly, that it says perform an inspection or check the brakes, not replace, and it's not until you replace everything that it checks off check the brakes. So, small problems there, just some things that I would look into if I were the developers of this game, if they plan to make a Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Little more research maybe, but we're gonna move on to the next one, because if not I'll sit here all day and complain about that RO. I just hate getting stuck on ROs that are just stupid. I mean, as a technician, when someone comes in and says check the brakes, you check the brakes. You measure the pad thickness, you measure the rotor thickness, you find out what's necessary, then you tell the customer, "Ooh! Look at that! We're in a new garage! Perform chip tuning, minimum plus 10%. My car needs more power. When it's loaded up, it has problems getting up hills." Alright. So now we're supposed to perform a chip... Ooh, we got a lounge area in here. I can't get around because I can't jump. Look at this, all this training material. That's what all this is probably supposed to be. I'm not sure why you would stack it in front of something else, because if you need what's in the back, you have to pull everything in the front out, so it wouldn't go with that. This must be the diagnostic path. Yeah, that's the path test. Got some tools sitting out. Those are, I guess, screwdrivers. They just look like bottles with needles in the end. There's our car lift operation. So now I guess we're more into a tuning shop as opposed to a general repair shop, because firstly we're doing tuning, which... roller dyno, yeah, so... that's where we're going to do the tuning, the car tuning. We have our own dyno in the shop next to us. Yeah, because we only have one lift, so I'm assuming that's making us more of a... Is this a... Oh, look at that. We got video from the other rooms. Thing on the wall here. There's our table, some stuff. What's this? Optimal... A box. We've got a box. A poster with a girl on it. Alright. What's this? It's like a breaker box. Yeah, a little breaker box in the corner. So that's where we're going to want to go. I'm still checking the shop out. And, yep, the door for the test drive. So they want a little more power out of their vehicle. There's a radio, more optimal boxes. So we will dyno tune the car. I have no idea how this works. Oh, man. Chip tuning. Program EEPROM. Incorrect ratio. Oh, okay, so we have to... I'm not sure if we're trying to get... I don't know what all of these are. Are we just looking for the correct ratio? Oh, wait, go back. I think that's pretty optimized. I have no idea what this is doing. I wish I had an idea to know what these are. Air fuel flow correction. And there's nothing descriptive about this. But that's how we're going to do it. Oh, here we go. Begin by launching programming your primary task to set the blocks at equal levels. Every modification of a block changes the level of the elements. For example, after raising the block of number 1 to level 2 will fall. Power gain from chip tuning is equal to all 3 blocks arranged in a line. After setting all 3 blocks at level corresponding to the expected increase in power, click the upload button and then perform a test on the dynamometer using the OBD Link Pro software. Alright, let's go with what we've got, I guess. Stock maximum power is 75. And we are dropping off fast. So that was bad. So, difference is down 25%. So, now we need to figure out what the heck we did wrong. I don't think they're all gonna be level. I'm saying that's about as good as it's getting right there. This is interesting. It's an interesting thing that they're adding here. 73, 74, 75, and it falls off. Well, I tell you what, the power drops quick after like 5,000 RPM. This is... okay, hang on. Set the blocks at equal levels. So I guess we shouldn't shoot for high, we just need them equal. That's not equal. So I guess we have to play around until we get them all. Oh, proper ratio. Okay. That's what we do. Alright, let's see if this does better. I love all these little dials down here that don't do anything. And the charts that don't do anything. What do we get there? 90, so we're plus 20%. Whoa, hello. Alright, it likes whatever we did. I guess it's sending us back to the shop to finish the RO. Okay, so we're looking for equal levels across all 3. So that's good. So that was cool. Nice little thing. So that's what they wanted. We got 90 horsepower out of this 70 horsepower motor. And that's what they wanted. Maybe they'll be able to get up hills a little better. Probably not, because torque gets you up hills, but, you know, whatever. My tires are wearing out unevenly. I have no idea why. Find the cause, please. This is interesting. We haven't had a tire wear issue yet. Let's put this bad boy in the air, because it's going to be suspension related. We're going to repair a part, because for some reason there's no... Oh, you know what? Put that back. Let's go do a diagnostic path test. Click. Thank you. This will check all suspension components, and that's going to tell us where the problem lies. Unfortunately, we have to do the brakes as well. Boring test. Alright, 93, 93. Yeah, tire wear issues can be caused by quite a few different things. Anything from improper tire pressure. If you've got too high a pressure and too low on the other side, it can affect the balance of the car and the... Alright, so that's 60-something%, so not great, but nothing separate or different, uneven. 74, 90%. Okay, so I'm going to assume the front is bad and the left rear, so we're going to have to do 3 corners, I think. According to that, yeah, I have a feeling that's what is going to be in their force to do. Yeah, a bent suspension component can cause improper wear. What else? Misalignment of your suspension can cause it. Alright, so both front control arms are bad. Both front control bushings are bad. And the left rear control arm is bad. Now, if a control arm is bent or loose, it can affect the camber. In this case, it can affect the caster, because if this is loose, it can do some movement this way, which will affect the toe of it. And if they're both loose, it can move around and cause caster issues. So we're going to need 2 control arms, 2 front bushings, 1 rear control arm. Right, that's it. The suspension and stuff's fine. No. Yep, all good. Okay, so that's what we're going to need. Go over here to our dank computer. It's all fancy looking. Alright, so we need 2 front control arms. 2 front... But did we pass bushing already? Well, I'm getting some frame rate lag here. It's definitely not what I want. It's this new garage, that's what it is. Yeah, if it's a little laggy, I apologize. This game just randomly will give you bad frame rate at times. It's very annoying. Alright. Suspension arm front left. Suspension arm front right. Suspension arm rear left. That's what we need. Ooh. I think it's A left. A. Let's just go with that. YOLO, right? Yeah, frame rate. I'd really appreciate it if you would come back. Let's get rid of that for one. Get rid of that for one. Alright, now we're gonna get this from the top. We get this stuff from the bottom, don't we? So, no, back up. There we go. Man, it's looking so choppy. I hope it doesn't come across like that in the recording. And I hope it doesn't stay like that in this. Click. Or I could click to minimize the window. That works too. Right. Yeah, it's getting choppy. It's bad. I apologize. I'll finish it after this one and we'll call that one a quick episode. This is just annoying. Can't live under these conditions. Nope. This way. Zoom out. Come on. God, I hate this. Stop being so laggy. That's one downside to this game. It's just horrible for that stuff. Just random drops in frame rate and... Get in there. Let's try and get this in there. Yeah. Let's put this one in. Yeah. Yeah. As I'm recording this, I just watched the... Is that it from under here? I think so. Just watched Formula 1 qualifying for the Austrian Grand Prix. The first time they've been there in years. Oh, fiddlesticks. I gotta take the darn exhaust out. Turn. I really wish this thing would turn faster. Oh my god. It's so freaking slow. And the complaints about the game come out. Welcome to episode 12, guys. Ugh. It's just horrible. Alright. Alright. And installation. And we did get the right one. Look at that. That's how good a mechanic I am. Ta-da! I'm gonna get these bolts long distance because good luck getting them from... Good luck getting the camera to turn around. Alright, let's close. Lower the lift. If it'll read my clicks, then we can move on. Oh, it's split, so there's gonna be... Oh, crap. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little jump in the recording there because of where I clicked, but that's alright, I'll smooth it out. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Okay. My frame rate came back a little bit, but it's probably still gonna be choppy. And the verdict is... Alright, my fuel costs have been rising for months. I don't like it because rising gas prices are clearly not the only reason for it. Find a solution. Now! This is a complaint that we get an awful lot. Oh, alright, my frame rate's back. Sweet, I can work on this car. Okay. because I wanted to say a few things about this. Now, people will go into the factory, or the dealership, look at a brand new car, and the sticker on the window will say something like 35 miles per gallon average. City highway combination or something like that. And they'll drive it home and come back because they're getting 33 miles to the gallon. Now, when a manufacturer does those numbers, or when they does those numbers, well, I sound stupid there. When they do the research to come up with those numbers, firstly, they're using a manual transmission because you can control the engine revolutions and the engine speed more closely. You can control it a little better. I just noticed there's these random things floating around. Is it just like shop glimmer? Or do we just have poor airflow in here? Anyway. Yeah. So, don't be surprised if the sticker says 35 and you get 32 on the way home, because it's also dependent on your driving. It's dependent on the transmission you have. It's dependent on shift points, things like that. If you have an automatic transmission, you're not going to get better gas mileage or even equal gas mileage to a manual transmission, just because that's how it works. When you hit the gas pedal, it puts everything into it. And when you're on the highway trying to accelerate softly, it'll try and downshift and pour gas into it. That's what happens. So, if you don't want to drive a manual transmission, which is for some reason really common here in the States. In Europe, it's not as big a deal. People love manual transmissions. They can weave in and out of traffic better. They can, all the small country roads that you have, not country roads, all the small rural areas, you can have better drivability there with the manual transmission. So Europe and Asia, for that matter, pretty much anywhere in the world aside from America, loves the manual transmission. They don't like where new cars are going, to where you have 8, 9, 10 speed automatic transmissions, because it's the same problem. But for some reason, America likes the automatic transmission. Probably because, I have to say it, America is lazy. Just flat out lazy. If you're from anywhere other than America, you know that already. So I'm preaching to the wrong crowd. But America's lazy. Don't like manual transmissions. So that's the problem I get a lot, is people come in and say, well, I bought it and it had 35 miles per gallon on the sticker, and I drove it home and got 32, and now I'm getting 30. How are you driving? You know, that's not something you can measure either. That's not something I can put the car in my bay and look at and go, oh, well, clearly it's because you're only getting this many miles per gallon. Now, in this game, I'm sure they're going to look at fuel systems. The fuel filter's probably clogged, something like that. I'm going to put it in the air, and I think I can probably figure it out from just a quick visual inspection of the interior. Parts of the fuel system, etc., etc. First thing I'm going to look at is fuel filter. Looks fine. There's a shock absorber. Okay. But, actually, that's another good thing. Another thing that can cause poor fuel mileage is a clogged air filter. I'm not sure that's what we're going to find, but that's what I'm going to look for, because that's what I would look for. Nope, I want this. That's what I would look for if I were to actually be diagnosing this car for that concern. If your air filter is clogged, it doesn't allow the proper airflow into the engine to allow for a proper air-fuel mixture. And then it compensates by overfueling, underfueling. Yep, look at that. There you go. 8%. So they got this one right. I'll give them that one. No. Remove. They're going to get an air filter. How much did they pay for an air filter? $1,200. Spectacular. One other thing about the game is people don't give money before they have the... I don't know why I clicked that. I want the computer. I'm so dumb. Go back down. Yeah, people don't usually pay before they know what's wrong with their car. Oh yeah, there's $1,200. Okay, well, we're putting a $32 air filter in it, and we're going to take your money. So, that just sort of doesn't happen like that. But, It would be good if you could make your own estimates, and then, oh, that would be a great element of the game. If you could diagnose the car, determine what's wrong, write up an estimate sheet, give it to the customer, and then based on your estimate, they'll either approve or deny your work. Because that would also give the problem of, if I were to look at this and go, oh man, your fuel filter's bad, your fuel pump is bad, and I were to quote all of that, and all it needed was the air filter, they may get mad. Or if I quote the air filter to the customer and say, oh, well, it's only $32, so $50 total, $50 to get it done for labor and that, they could go, okay, well, $50, yeah. So they pay the $50, we install the air filter, like I'm about to do as I'm talking. And then that turns out not to be the only problem. Then whatever's left, we have to eat. You have to make up that difference. So if they pay $50 and it needs a $300 fuel pump, you can't go to them and say, well, we told you. Oh, okay, so I got caught again. It needs an airflow meter. This is that same thing. I didn't check that when I went to it. So they're paying $1,200, but they're getting an air filter and that, because a bad air filter must have caused that to go. So they're getting that as well. But they've paid $1,200, so we're fine. Whereas if I were to bring that estimate to the customer and go, oh, well, your air filter's clogged, that's the only reason. And then I were to come back and say, yeah, this $400 mass airflow meter is also bad. They may say, wait, you looked at it and said air filter, and now it's not the air filter only? I'm not going to pay that. And then we have to pay the $400, and that comes out of your profit. So that would be a little cooler effect. It'd be more towards the, okay, so that's not it either. Or not all that's it. Alright, let's just make this easy. Just do an OBD scan. But I think that would be a cool element if you had to do that and go to the customer. Maybe they had certain prices the customer would pay per RO, and if you exceed that, they don't do the work. And then there could be, at the end of the game, there could be something that's, say, the most cars successfully worked on, and the most money made. Have a few different things that go into that. Oh, not that. Alright. So the air filter's fine. That stuff's fine. Let's check the spark plugs. Just for... Oh, they look fine, actually. Yeah, they're all fine. Let's go assembly mode, put this thing back together. It should give us a fuel pump readout, too. Or it should measure the fuel pump. Yeah, see, the fuel pump's bad. So they need a fuel pump, too. They had quite a few problems causing their issues here. Not quite sure you'd have all of it coming at one time, but it happens. I think I'm losing my frame rate again. Yep. A little bit. There's that one random thing that gets... Oh, now... Is that... Yeah, we gotta go from underneath. Let's put the car in the air. Well, it's been timed perfectly. This will be about half an hour when I'm done. Maybe. So it's all good. Good. Let's pop this baby here out. Oh yeah, losing frame rate. Good time to quit. Ooh, getting really bad now. Put this one back in. Tighten these bolts down. Yeah, random frame. See, now I'm getting it smooth again. Well, we're gonna end it here anyway because it's frustrating with all this stuff. Nope, not computer. We are done with this car. I say it, and it agrees. Let's check out the next RO, and then we'll end the episode. Yeah, so this weekend, the weekend before this comes out, I'll be watching the Austrian Grand Prix. A Williams front row. It's nice. It's cool. It's, I think 2003 or something was the last time that Williams had a front row spot, or a 1-2 start like that. I'd like to see Massa get the win. I think that would be good. Though Bottas, it would be cool for Bottas to win, but I think Massa needs that win for his own sake. I started to hear a whining noise from the back of my car. Could you check it and then replace all my filters and oil? So we got to find the whine, replace the filters, change the oil. So that's a good one to start on next time. In the meantime, thank you for watching. As always, it's your boy, Jolo. Take it easy.